Trying to go to the point. That was cut off. It's played the other way. 2-on-1. Lapain working in for London. Shoot, scores! Joshua Lapain! Rockets won by the glove of Booth Houseco, and the Nationals tie the game at 1 apiece. Vortman lets it go to the point for Coops. Coops down to Vortman.
Welcome to Joe Sports Channel. Ladies and gentlemen, to all the beautiful and sexy Pinata Boonie believers, it is March 7th, 2025, and I hope all you beautiful pinatas out there are having a fantastic Friday evening. Folks, you see the title tonight, Face Off with star Joshua Lapain from the London Nationals. Now, folks, before we even bring Joshua Lapain on the show, I welcome so many people on this wonderful broadcast. And I usually say, these shows are to remember for a very long time. While this show specifically, you got to remember for years on, because this is a future forward of the NHL player. Ladies and gentlemen, my colleague, Johnny B. Good, and the one and only, he's a sexy pinata as well, Joshua Damn Lapain. Good evening,
guys.
Folks.
How's it going, guys?
Doing good. Excited to have you on. I said we watch you at the rink every week, but it's nice to get a chance to sit down and kind of probe you, ask some questions, and kind of pick your mind a little bit as you get close to the playoffs here.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Absolutely. This is a surreal moment, Joshua. We always talk at the rank at the Western Fair Sports Center. Now you are in the Joe Booney, basement, and we have you on the podcast. So thanks once again for taking time out of your schedule, my friend.
No worries. I'm excited.
My first question, Josh, and a lot of people have been asking me, write this question down, Joe. So we're going to tell the Booney believers and yourself, can you walk us through how you got your start with the London Nationals?
Yeah, for sure. So 3 years ago in my minor midget season, I was playing for Windsor AAA, and I was drafted to the London Knights. So I started my first year in Chatham. So really how it works is you're only allowed 2 16-year-olds per team. So I started in Chatham. Things didn't quite work out there. So I got a trade to the Nationals, just kind of be close to the Knights, practice with them and everything. So, I started last year, got a trade last summer. So this is my second full season with them, and things are clicking, especially this year and last year, especially during the playoffs. So it's pretty much an honor to be part of the London Nationals. It's a pretty old organization, and a lot of people have a lot of respect for it and the people around it. So it's an honor to be playing for them.
We've seen so many players go through the Nationals to the London Knights to the NHL, so it's definitely a gateway through, and we've seen that with a number of players, including Denver Barkey.
Yep, absolutely.
How does it feel, to have a former NHL player, a former London Knight, a former National, now coaching behind the bench, Brandon Press? How's your relationship with you and Brandon?
It's really good. I've been skating with him since the summertime, so being from Windsor, it's only a couple-hour drive. So I was working out and skating with him all summer long, and he's a great guy. Really respected by all of us in the room. Just obviously because his NHL background, OHL background, he won a Memorial Cup. So, like I said, he's just really respected guy, and we trust in him and trust the process and what he has ready for us. And so, even our practices are top-notch practices, high pace, pushing the pace all the time, and he's a really standout guy.
He is. And, I've been watching hockey for over 15 years. And every time I go to the ice rink at the Western Fair Sports Center and I hear the word Joshua Lapain, Botoroga, or Brandon Prust, I get goosebumps because you guys are incredible players. And I really, really believe this is the year the London Nationals can go really far into the postseason. It just has to come with discipline, and you got to stop taking bad penalties at bad times.
Absolutely, for sure. Like last year, we lost Game 7 in conference finals, the St. Mary's, so kind of stung a little bit all summer long. So we're definitely looking for that little bit of revenge. And I don't know. I think we definitely have the team and coaches and GMs to do it this year. So we're going to try our best.
Johnny?
All right. Second question for you. How do you feel this year's Nationals team? Because you were talking about the Nationals and you've been on them with a couple of years, but how do you feel this year's Nationals team compares to the one last year when you had that incredible playoff run?
Yeah, last year was definitely special. The guys we were all super close together, but it's kind of like the same thing this year. We're all really close. We're all kind of brothers. There's a little bit of a brotherhood going on in the room, and that's what I feel definitely can make us go on a big playoff run again this year. Is just how close we are, and like I said before, our practices are top notch. We're in the gym all the time, working on our bodies, working on our skills. So definitely, from the start of the year till now, we're definitely made a lot of progress on all of our skill sets, and yeah, hopefully we can make that little jump and get over the game 7 and conference final this year. And I definitely believe that we can do it for sure.
Yeah, and you've got a couple more new guys in the locker room with recent trades. It was sad to see lose Hirsch, but
Yeah,
you added Priddle and Bill Kamari. They seem to be very quick. I noticed the speed. There's been that speed element they've added.
yeah, for sure. They're great guys too. Great players. Definitely helpful to have them on her team instead of playing against them. So yeah, they bring hard work ethic every day to the rink, even though if it's a tougher day for them. But yeah, just great guys all around and really good hockey players. So yeah, like I said, it's really good to have them on our team.
Good.
What's the biggest challenge, Joshua, being an ice hockey player, especially playing in front of your home crowd every Wednesday? Is there any challenges before, stepping on the ice, pre-warm up? Is there any game things that you guys do before, getting on the ice?
Yeah, there's definitely always a little bit of goosebumps when you're going out. You got the music playing, a lot of people screaming. So just try and tune that out. I find the more you play, obviously, the more you get used to it. But yeah, we got a really good trainer. Blair is his name, and he gets us set before the game. We always have a dynamic warm up ready. We always do video before just to kind of get our minds set and kind of in that hockey mood, so that when we go take the ice, where our bodies and our mind are both ready to go and firing on all cylinders.
Sure. Another question, from the Booney Believers. How do you feel the Nationals are positioned to complete in the playoff this year, starting with Listowel?
Yeah, I definitely feel we can for sure beat them. Playing this year, I know we had a tough loss against them, but we always have every team has bad games. So I just find that if we play the way we did a couple weeks ago against Stratford, just staying on the box, forechecking hard and getting the puck out of our zone, I definitely don't think it should be a problem. But like I said, List was a good team, so we definitely got to be on our toes and ready to go as soon as the puck drops, right?
Yeah, that Stratford game was key. I mean, I thought that was one of the greatest games because you hadn't beaten Stratford all year, and they were a strong team, and they're number 3 in the standings. But that game, you played disciplined, you played good defensive hockey, and you created opportunities. Right? I mean, there was a number of them where you just they were on the power play, and you stole the puck and had a breakaway. You know, again, that was the difference I think in the game was creating those opportunities as well as playing disciplined and defensive hockey.
Yeah, for sure, especially against those good teams like those top 4 teams, right? You can't make mistakes because those good teams make you pay. So I know,
Exactly, yeah, and
yeah,
Chatham and Stratford and St. Mary's. I mean, they've been at the top there, but it was nice to see taking on Stratford. I thought, man, those are kind of those little tests we see. Where do we sit? Can we compete with these guys? And you certainly can.
yeah, definitely. We just gotta come ready, hitting hard on the forecheck, and like I said, pucks got to get out because those good teams make you pay.
Yes, yeah, that was the thing. I think even with St. Mary's there Wednesday was just turnovers. They created
Yeah,
opportunities, and sometimes you were stuck getting out of your end.
yeah, exactly. We
The
gotta.
th- the thing that really, really hurt was you guys were up. You guys were 1-1, tied in the third period, and you guys had chances after chances. And there was times I'm yelling, from the broadcasting zone, just shoot the puck. And there was only 2 guys that shot the puck. Was Bodoroga and Lapain. There was guys going around the net, making it. They want a fancy goal. There's an old saying out there. Don Shea would say, just shoot the puck. And I think we had a hard time. Even was talking to the assistant coach. They were showing me on the map that we keep passing. And I think that's one of the hardest things we've been doing the last couple of games here at the Western Fair Sports Center. So I look at it like this. If you guys can come out and play physicality and play disciplined hockey, I think 5-on-5 against the St. Mary Lincolns, you guys can beat them any
For
day,
sure.
any given day, because I see some weakness with St. Mary's. Yes, the record might be 41 wins and 6 losses, but those 6 losses came from discipline from the other teammates, right?
Yeah, exactly. I know we stole one from them this year in overtime, which was a big lifter. But yeah, you just hit the nail on the noggin. It was just staying on the box because 5-on-5, I definitely think we have a better team. So we just gotta do so, and yeah, just like I said, hard on that forecheck and make their D mess up.
We're a very underrated team, and I still believe that if we play LaSalle, Listowel, or St. Mary's, I think we're going to give them a little run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely.
Johnny?
All right. We were talking a little bit about that and the power play and the chances he had. And I just, do you feel the Nationals are struggling in the offensive zone, to get those opportunities, those goal scoring chances? I know you got your set plays and it's not, you kind of go to those, but it just feels sometimes like the last game of St. Mary's, it just struggled a little bit. So what do you need to improve in these next 2 games? To be ready for the playoffs and get that power play clicking and to get the regular strength lines clicking.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't say struggling. I guess I don't know, just mental errors. I guess that is kind of it. Just making the smart plays. Always looking around is kind of what's been working for us. Finding that open guy and then crashing the net. We got to crash the net more, I think. But yeah, just create as much havoc we can and make it kind of a pain for the goalie to see the puck. And like we scored late in the St. Mary's game is just havoc in front of the net, right? It doesn't have to be always the hardest shot, but just making it hard for their goalie. And yeah, that's
Yeah, and sometimes it's just a shot from the point. You get a tip, you get a stick. I don't know if there's a guy or probably yourself, or do you look for those shots where you see it at the NHL level where they're able to tip or they got that touch around the net to tip or redirect a shot and fool the goalie or
yeah, that's definitely something we work on practice. Before practice, we're always doing tip drills. So
yeah.
definitely just trying to change direction, make it hard on them, right? So
Yeah, I mean, because that's why I found the same area with Booth Housego. He was just seeing everything you were, throwing. There wasn't too much that fooled him. So I played goalie before, so I know sometimes it's just those bounces or those hops or the redirects, the ones you don't have a chance on to can make the difference. But yeah, you're right. So I did mean struggling, but just some games the puck seems to go in easier than other games, and maybe it's just again comes back to creating those opportunities.
yeah, it's just too also getting pucks on net and making their D mess up. Like if our forwards are hard on their forecheck, hitting hard, we make their D mess up, and that just creates more chance for us, more chance in the offensive
Yeah.
zone, and then instead we're skating back, right, and then going to play D. So it's just the little things and the little details that we just need to focus on because I think majority, especially with Presti, and Drummy, we got a really good game plan going. So they definitely know what they're talking about. So just following that and I don't know, always causing havoc and kind of being a pain for the other team, and it'll definitely pay off.
Yeah, and sometimes using the boards, like a lot of times I notice use the boards to get the puck out and quick or through the neutral zone. So there's been a lot of plays where you've been able to transition quickly and move the puck to create those opportunities.
Yeah, for sure. The boards are your friends, so use
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
Joshua, this came to my mind. What is next for you, after the season's over? Are you going to come back as a national? Are you going to go to the OHL? Is there anything going on? Do you have any scouts out there?
I haven't really thought too much about it, but ever since like the new OHL rule, right, where you can go, the OHL players can go play NCAA, I definitely think
Oh,
trying to make the OHL step. I definitely feel like I'm ready for it. Would be kind of the play next year, and then hopefully get a scholarship after that. So definitely anywhere in the OHL. Like I said, I definitely feel like I'm good enough, have the skill set and the build for it. So definitely going to be looking to make that step if it really doesn't matter what team, is just getting that major junior experience in you before you go play NCAA, right?
I've seen a lot of hockey players over the years, and wherever you go, Joshua, if it's the St. Mary's, if it's to the Montreal Canadiens for their junior B, I will always support you no matter what, because I look at you as a person that has a good heart, that you care about the game, and you show respect to the game. And I've seen you're a good teammate, and I really believe actually your true leadership, and you're a captain of that team. And to have someone that I watch constantly and I scout and I watch every Wednesday, it's an honor. You know, my favorite player growing up was Matt Sundin. Well, my favorite player as a junior B star is Joshua Lapain. So
Thank you.
I appreciate it, buddy, for everything you do for the game and continue on doing it. And I believe the drive will come sooner or later. Just keep your head high, buddy.
Yeah, you definitely bring a veteran leadership to the team. I mean, I know you've got a great captain with, Kopchak's been great as a
Yep.
leader and the others. So, but I just see you're kind of one of those veteran guys in the team that I just know when you get that puck on open ice, it's good as gold. I said that when you played St. Mary's, that there it goes. It's going to be a goal. And sure enough, got that breakaway and it was good, good for a goal. So
I had to
gotta
get one of them. I had two of them, so I at least had to finish with one.
That's right. But you're able to finish, right? And that's, to me, the sign of a player that's ready for that next step. Yeah, I think the Knights definitely need to bring on board. We love the Knights here in London, so
Yeah.
we'd love to see you on with the team there next year.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully,
Cool.
hopefully I can make something happen.
Cole Caulfield and Joshua Lapain on the power play. Mark
Yeah,
my words.
there you go.
Hey, you're making me proud with the Habs there. They definitely need some more scoring.
For sure. What are some of the things you like doing in your spare time away from the rink?
Definitely a big golfer. I
Oh,
think a
wow.
lot of hockey players are. So just golfing, and then I love fishing with my buddies, and I also drag race, which is pretty cool. My dad has a '79 Trans Am, which we go to Grand Band in St. Thomas and
Oh,
get to-
wow.
get to race it. So it's definitely a different adrenaline run right there.
Yeah, I'm a huge auto guy too. Growing up, my grandfather used next to him. I don't know if you know the name Frank Hawley, but yeah, he had a drag racing here in St. Thomas, and then I don't think Grand Bend existed then. But I've taken my kids. I got two boys down to Grand Bend, so definitely love watching auto racing and stuff like that outside the arena and that.
Yeah, it's cool. Me and him been working on the car all the time, and I don't know, it's a bonding moment, and
It is, yeah.
it's lots of fun. I'll tell you that. It's different doing a wheelie on a car and going 130
Oh.
miles an hour. It's something different.
Yeah, well, and definitely the feel. I've never been behind a drag racing car, but just my own. I know I love. It's my Italian blood. We love going quick.
Yeah, it's a fun time.
I have actually a question for you.
Yep.
So when we go to Listowel, are you guys coming back that same night, or are you guys sleeping in a hotel?
I actually have no idea yet. I know if it's probably a late one, we might stay over the night.
Yeah, I think they're going to announce it probably once the Sunday finishes in Chatham.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting for you because you said you were from Chatham. How does it feel usually when you go back and playing in the crowd there in Chatham against the?
It's definitely different. Definitely more of a like playing in London more than there. So
Well, they've had a good season too.
yeah, they have. So whenever you're there, just try and tune out the noise and focus on what I need to do.
Coach is the coach gonna play you the next two games, Mr. Prost, or is he gonna kind of put you on the side to rest for postseason?
Oh no, I gotta play. I just messed up my foot. Pretty good. I messed up with the tendon and a high ankle sprain, so it was something definitely weird. I've had my fair share of broken bones, so it was definitely weird. But yeah, just taping it up. Like I said, Blair is our physio guy. He definitely knows what he's doing. So taping it up, and it's been feeling good. So I got to play these next two for sure.
Yeah, well, you still need the points, right? I think you still have an outside shot to catch Listowel. I mean, if they can lose two of their next three, and you guys can finish with Sarnia tomorrow night, and then in Chatham, hopefully Chatham might rest some of their regular guys, but it will still give you a shot. Again, it's always home ice in the playoffs, but otherwise, you might. I think Joe, you were saying Presti was saying he prefers to go on the road.
Yeah, we were actually sitting down having a nice Tim Hortons double, and that little I call it a little cage up there, and he was saying he'd rather play on the road because sometimes being under pressured is a lot better than playing in front of your home crowd. I've noticed that with teams especially like Junior B, like you look at the Chatham Maroons, they're amazing on the road. Home they're okay, but on the road they're playing incredible. So I wouldn't mind actually playing on the road because I think we can get 1 or 2 games there, and then we come back to the Western Fair, and then we'll teach them a little bit who we are at the Western Fair Sports Center.
Yeah, exactly. He's been through the playoffs a lot, so just kind of whatever he says, go by.
Yeah, well, that's a great thing. You've got a good veteran leadership that have been through, all the different levels and know. So it's good to see get that coaching, that mentoring from the veterans, that experience.
Absolutely, just take information what they have and try.
Yeah, and then if you get to that next level with the London Knights, you'll definitely have the same again. The other levels of leadership with the Hunter brothers.
Yep, absolutely.
Sure. I'm looking at the standings right now, and I guess there's still a chance for Strathroy to make a postseason debut because they got right now Kitchener has 52 and 51, and then you got the Sugar Kings at 54. So these next two games are huge for Kitchener and Strathroy.
Yeah, as I said, Kitchener is going to play LaSalle, so I think Kitchener will win that game, take care of business, and that will also kind of shut down LaSalle from moving up anymore. So that's just my prediction. But I see, London, they still got a shot at that 4 seed in the home ice, but it's definitely going to come down to, I think, the Chatham game. I said it earlier, it's going to be the decider.
Yeah, we just got to kind of win out and see what happens, see what kind of cards we get dealt, I guess.
Yeah, and Sarnia hasn't been no slouch either because I know they played them earlier in the year and they thought, oh, this will be an easy win. And then Sarnia, man, they showed up. I think they had like 6 goals or something. It was like, wow.
You always got to stay on your toes with those guys, especially.
Sometimes that's what I wonder. I thought maybe you say, we're just playing Sarnia, if you take it easy. But, it's kind of say, no, they're still a good team no matter if they're lower in the standings or not.
Yep, always got to be aware. Definitely, anybody can win on any night, really. So
exactly, yeah, and it's the same message in the NHL. I mean, your worst team can still beat your top team. Just ask the Leafs.
Wow. That happens a lot.
I got to get my shots in on Joe too.
You know what? When you're at the Scotiabank Arena in front of 20,000, you play the San Jose Sharks. I should have put $100 on San Jose.
I had money on San Jose. I won money on San Jose.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah.
That's why you said you want San Jose to win. Okay. Just got to go for San Jose.
Celebrini.
Yeah, he's something else. He definitely stood out. I was watching the game. He's breed.
And it's interesting again. What is he? He's only 18 or 19.
Yeah.
So
same age as Lapain, I think.
Must be exciting again to see guys like that. The same age and at that level, and the compete. So it's got to be encouraging, I think. For you at your age and saying, hey, I can still get there, right? It was just keep working hard, and you definitely bring a lot to the arena every game. And wish you guys all the best tomorrow night and then Sunday.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully,
we'll be there. We're going to try to make it on Sunday as well, but we'll definitely be there tomorrow night.
Awesome. Sure. Now I have a little saying to say. Mr. Johnny Be Good about a year ago asked him a question. I'm going to ask the same question. Will Alexander Ovechkin break the NHL record? Johnny's question is, he's older. I'm not too sure. I don't think so. Maybe. I'm going to ask Johnny, and then I'm going to ask Joshua Lapain. There's 20 games left in the NHL. He needs 10. Johnny, does Alexander Ovechkin, the Russian brute, break Wayne Gretzky's record?
Well, if you had asked me at the start of the season, I would have said no, given that he only had 10 goals all of last year, and he seems to be – that's why I'm kind of sensing he's on the tail end of his career. And I think he's got a couple. So I think he's sensing that, and he wants to finish and go out strong. The Capitals have a great team this year, so he's in the right mix again. All of that comes together full tilt. So, is he going to do it? Yeah, he's going to do it this year. I wouldn't have said so at the beginning of the year. I thought it's going to take him at least another 2 years, given where he was, and then the broken foot and the injuries. But again, he's played through it. He's played strong, and I think, I don't know when exactly, could be closer to the end of the season, but I think he's going to do it. You would think there's only 9 to tie and 10 to go. So the watch is definitely on now. Yeah.
Joshua?
I got to agree with you, Johnny. I think he's going to do it. He's something else. He is, I think he's the greatest goal scorer. So I definitely, I believe him. I think he's going to do it.
Well, like I said, I know Joe has been harping on me on that because I didn't, Gretzky, I grew up and that was my era of watching him. And I think of him as the GOAT. So it's always hard to see the GOATs getting surpassed and being the Canadian icon that he is. But
Yeah,
Ovechkin in his zone, he's definitely an icon too for his people. I'm sure too, as much as the NHL.
yep, absolutely. He's a different breed. I got to see him a couple times play in Detroit, and he had a hat trick both
Oh,
times.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. Well, the
Did he-
Red Wings, I think the Red Wings are going to make it too. I've got another. It was tough. It had to be tough last year. I think they missed by 1 point in the loss just down that
Yeah,
home stretch. So, but just to my some of my friends watching, I know they are Red Wings fans, and I think they're going to make it in the home stretch. Them or Ottawa, or hopefully both of them. So we'll kick those Rangers out of there and take that spot.
I gotta disagree, guys. I gotta disagree. I think the New York Rangers are hot right now. I think they get that far. You can nod all you want because that's what you do all day. Not all you want. I think the Rangers will get that final playoffs, but I hope to God Montreal makes the playoffs. I really do because I like Marty St.
Mm,
Louis, and I'm a Leafs fan. I'm saying that.
Yeah.
I like Marty St. Louis. I like their their play style, and I think they're a dangerous team. I think they're a team that can go into the Scotiabank Arena, they can go into Detroit, and they can be a spoiler. So watch out for Montreal. They're really really
Well,
dangerous.
I just want to see all the Canadian teams. I'd love to see all 7 Canadian teams in
yeah,
the playoffs and bring the cup back to Canada. Yes, or Detroit, just across the pond there. So that would be great.
yeah, for sure. Hopefully, I'm all in with the Canadian teams too. That wouldn't hurt my feelings.
Who's your Stanley Cup prediction?
I don't know. I know. Usually say Boston, but I know they just got rid of Marchand today. So I don't know. Florida's a powerhouse. I know last year they won, so they're scary. And I don't know. Definitely not the Leafs. I'll tell you that.
They look really good against Vegas. No, just kidding.
Yeah,
I think
saw that one.
Vegas is one of those strong teams.
They're
I
good.
liked Aiden Hill as a goaltender. I always look at the goaltending no matter what level you're at, I said you got to have superior goaltending, right? And that's I was hoping Weckstrom's okay. I think he was just taking a breather, but he's been phenomenal for you guys this year, as much as Wilson has been good too. So you've had that's been a big difference maker for you guys too. As much
Yeah,
as you've had good defense, one of my favorites on defense, there's Lave Caden. He's been amazing along with Kopchak and Doyle. So good defense and goaltending has definitely been a difference.
yeah, for sure, definitely. Kaz is insane goalie. Even in practice, he just shows little flashes of greatness. So I'm rooting for him too. So definitely should be interesting.
He's a good goalie. He's a good kid. I like him a lot, and he's from Finland originally. Is he born in Finland?
Yeah, he's from
born in-
Finland. I think. Yeah, he went there back home for Christmas. So I think
Yeah,
It's his first year, I think, here, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, he's playing really well. He's one of those goalies that you remember as a national for quite some time. And I like Kaz. I like Wilson. I think Wilson kept us in the game
Yeah,
last
sure.
Wednesday. So we're very lucky. We only lost, was it 3-2, 4-2 with that empty net
4-2
goal.
empty netter, yeah.
So,
Well, and they said that one goal. I mean, he couldn't even see it. And they said, and it's
Yeah.
just again plays like that where you get screened and you're just hoping the puck hits you as a goaltender or covering as much of the net as you can. But sometimes they say it's just simple plays, shots from the point, redirects, and getting the goalie moving to side. So, but yeah, Weckstrom's been phenomenal covering the post to post. So I've enjoyed watching him this year.
Yeah, he's fantastic. Really, really good guy too.
Well, Joshua, it has been more than a pleasure. I look forward to see your beautiful face tomorrow afternoon. And thank you so much for seriously taking the time and effort to come on here and answer these questions. And a lot of people were asking, bring Joshua Lapain on the show. We had a little vote, and I've always wanted to have you on the show. The next time I'll have you at the Western Fair. We'll have the nice red carpet with Brandon Prust. Maybe when everything's all over, and we'll do a nice interview and bring some big Roger TV cameras out there. And we'll do a little show out there too.
Awesome. It was an honor. Thanks for having me on the show, guys. Really, really means a lot.
All right.
No problem.
Well, you're a fantastic young man, and we enjoy watching you on the ice, and great having you on the show.
Thanks, guys.
No problem. Go kick some ass tomorrow.
I'm going to. We will.
Is it a 7 p.m. start, right?
7:30.
I think 7:30.
7:30. Okay, just for anybody watching that wants to tune in, just to make sure we're there at 7:30 tomorrow night, Western Fair Arena.
Awesome.
Thanks, Josh. Take care of yourself.
Nice. Yeah.
Joshua Lapain, forward of the London Nationals. What an incredible individual. You know what, Johnny? I've broadcasted so many broadcasts over there, like Jack Armstrong, Joe Bolin. I can go on with Chuck Swirsky, all these, commentators. This is a guy that you just want to sit down and have a beer with and just, talk hockey and just talk away. So it's nice to have, these guys, these junior beer guys that come on the Joe Sports Channel. We expose them, they expose us. And to watch them every Wednesday, that's very fortunate, and I would take it for granted.
Yeah, and like I said, I've enjoyed watching him in the Nationals uniform, and I do believe he's ready for that next step. I can see him in hopefully a London Knights uniform next year, because we'll just watch him. He's good as gold when he's around the net. He's with the puck. He's one of those guys that can make stuff happen, create plays. Him and Tedito, I like watching those two guys.
I was going to say that.
They're good as gold. Yeah, so I think he's ready for that next step. So it's going to be exciting. That's why I like watching these young men playing, because hey, I can see him in the NHL in another couple of years. So
I do too, and he's just an outgoing guy. Like every time I go to the Western Fair, he always says hello. His dad came up the other day and says, "You guys are awesome. I love that suit." So I feel good when I talk to good people like that. It's not just you put broadcasting aside, but good people in general make you feel good. It made me feel good talking to this kid, and there's good, bright future ahead of him. And if he's still watching, man, Joshua Lapain, people say people are gym freaks. He's a hockey freak, and he's going to make some damage in the NHL. Mark my words, March 7th, 2025, 7:46. This will be recorded and played at the Scotiabank Arena one day.
All right. Well, there's a lot of NHL teams that can use, especially at the trade deadline. We're watching that today. How many teams are looking for key players? And I said, boy, that's a guy teams are going to be looking for in a couple of years. I can see the London Knights, strong team like that, looking for a great player like that.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Well, Johnny, I got to go. I have some business to take care of, and I will see you tomorrow night.
You betcha. We'll see you at the arena.
Take care, Johnny.
Have a good night.
And to all the rest of the Booney believers, I want to thank you so much, guys, for taking time out of your schedule to bring on Joshua Lapain. It's been more than a pleasure. I look forward to see all you guys tomorrow night at the Western Fair Sports Center. Puck drop is 7:30. Pre-game warm-up is 7 o'clock, and we'll see you guys there. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and God bless you all very much so. Thank you.